Hi, beautiful beings. I'm back with the truth, doing my thing. I really wanted to talk about flow state or channeling or just being creative and inspired and just ways to really bring us back to those places of creativity and inspiration where we just feel invincible in creation. I feel like it's really important to remember that we can get back to these places. There have been so many moments in my life where I just stopped doing things. I just have so many unfinished books and stuff like that. I just stopped because I had this thought that I'm not feeling it today. Some days are great and some days I had to push myself, and I felt like it wasn't right when I had to push myself on those days. And I want to point out that that was a limiting belief, thinking that I had to feel like I was in flow doing everything, or I had to feel like it was easy to do everything. And yes, it makes it, easier when things kind of flow a little bit more and we feel that inspiration. But it's when we're trying to do things, when we're actually trying to push through and create something that takes a little bit more action than just having the idea and going out on a whim and doing things just when we feel good. I do believe it is important to do things when you do feel good so that you can put some good energy into it and everything like that. But remember that not every day is going to be the same. Every day is going to be different. So being able to honor yourself, knowing that you can change, that you will change, especially if you're writing a book or just something that creates, that just takes a lot longer than other projects. This flow and this creativity will change. And it's a matter of uniting that human and the spirit together in one. Really uniting, okay, I need to plan things a little bit more. I need to create these breaks. And then on the other side, how can I really fill up my cup? How can I give myself more love and attention and energy in these places? It's not about us just being horses, and moving through things and just doing things because we need to get things done really fast. There's no time limit. Time is a construct. It doesn't exist here. So if you have an idea and it takes you a few years to do it, that is perfect timing for you. Everything is divine timing for you. And being aware of how you're feeling and not judging yourself for it is important as well. Not really tearing yourself down because you're not feeling good enough today and you're like, I'm not gonna get it finished, and just so much judgment. Okay, it's time to pour love into that. How can you mother yourself in that moment? And that's what I like to say to myself, how can I mother myself? I'm being hard on myself, I'm being judgmental, I'm trying to be a perfectionist. Also, not much can get done when you're a perfectionist. Great to be a perfectionist sometimes, but honestly, we're trying to, finish things and not be doing the same thing our entire lives. But maybe some of us like to do that. But really just maintaining this flow, this energy, and this inspiration is about surrendering to the process. The process is going to be different every single day. The process will change. And knowing that the process may not look like what you read online or watch online or what you hear from other people, yours may be completely different. You have your own unique path of how to get there. So don't feel like you should be doing the same thing as anyone else, or you should be following that same path, or you should be somewhere that someone else is at and you're not. So let go of that. Surrender and trust that you're gonna end up where you're meant to end up. And that just means you're taking a different path, okay? And it means that you need to come back to your authentic self. Okay, what is real for me? What feels good to me? How can I fill myself up so that I can really move forward in inspiration and draw this inspiration? It is always there for you. This energy is always there for you. All of this comes from within. This energy comes from within. These emotions come from within. These feelings, just these hits of inspiration, it's all in here. And whether we believe it comes from some higher source or whatever it is, sure, yeah, definitely. But it takes that surrender. It takes you filling up your cup. It takes you doing those self-care practices. It takes you coming back to joy and gratitude, anything that just feels high vibe to you, honestly. Coming back to that presence that present vibration, where you can just breathe as slow as you want, knowing that there is nothing else you need to be doing at all. And honestly, just being open to receive inspiration, making the intention to be like, okay, this is my time to write, this is my time to create, this is my time to share. And if nothing comes through, that's okay, move on. Don't beat yourself up for it or think that, like, man, I've lost my inspiration, I've lost my spark, like I'm done for. No, that doesn't work like that. And I will give you a couple things to look into. One thing to look into is Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the sister science of yoga. I definitely suggest looking it up if you're into yoga at all, or just into wellness, health, holistic wellness at all. It is wonderful. So in Ayurveda, we have this inner clock within us, which I definitely suggest looking it up. I do not have it memorized, but my friend and coach Alex actually shared this with me, that she kind of moves her day according to this clock. And it's just a matter of kind of knowing when we have the most energy, when we have the most creative energy, when we are more kapha, which is more earth energy, kind of slow moving. We just kind of want to chill and not do much. It may not be the best time to have the biggest meals. So it's really, really interesting. It's just all about pitta, vata, and kapha, and those are just 3 elements that it's based on, and these are called doshas. So we all have our internal doshas within us, and we also have this inner clock within us, and it may be different for a lot of other people. Maybe in the morning, early in the morning, they don't have that creativity, and it's just a matter of playing around with that. So that's something that I really go by. So I'll do a lot of my creative stuff in the afternoon, because that is when I have that more like vata, that airy kind of creative, inspirational energy, and that's just when I'll do my work. Another thing to look into is the chakras. So if you feel like maybe you're completely blocked, you're like, okay, I get this, like I do this, I feel this sometimes, but honestly sometimes I feel completely blocked in some areas. So that is totally cool. It may be a blockage in your energy channel, okay? So we have these energy channels or vortexes here within the body, 7 of them, and they are called the 7 chakras. And the sacral chakra, the second chakra, which you can't really see, but like it's like underneath the belly button, kind of in that womb area. So this area is really associated with creativity. So really maybe looking up some binaural beats for that, some frequencies. You could just look up some questions, some journaling really helps balance that area. But honestly, I feel like inspiration and just creativity and everything involves all the chakras, and they are all very sympathetic as well. So just working with one may help others. So being able to just really work on all of them is really powerful practice, and I definitely suggest you kind of look into that if you feel like you have any blockages in certain areas. These areas really do relate to different aspects of our life, so it will be, I know this, beneficial for you in many different aspects besides just creativity and inspiration. So yes, that is just all I wanted to say about enhancing our creativity and our inspiration, and just letting you know, like, be kind to yourself, be compassionate to yourself, allow yourself to fill yourself up. If that means taking time off social media, if that means going out in nature, if that means kind of staying inside and closing all the windows and just like allowing yourself to kind of be like in this weird headspace, like do it, okay? Do what you gotta do. Feel your feelings when they come up. Notice those thoughts of, like, if you're a perfectionist or if you're judging yourself or anything like that, like, notice what's going on, draw your awareness to them, and then begin to repattern them, rewire them. Like, okay, ask them questions. It's probably like your ego in your mind, like, saying all this stuff, and it's like, okay, let's have a conversation. Why is this coming up? Is this really serving me right now? Is this helping me move forward? Is this making me feel good? Am I in the present moment? Like, we're here to experience and enjoy this human life. Why take the time to just like sit in our self-pity and just push ourselves down when we should be lifting ourselves up, okay? So yes, that is all that I wanted to share. I got really excited. I'm sending you guys so much love. Comment down below if you're feeling any blocks, or if you're feeling like you can find this flow a lot easier. If you have any tips as far as really coming into this flow And just remember staying open, doing your research if you need to, being kind to yourself, not judging yourself, remembering that you can come back to that joy, that unconditional love, just that energy of just pure fun. Sometimes we need to come back to that curious beginner's mind of the child. So yeah, when we are curious, it is a lot easier to be more creative and feel that inspiration. So yep, that's all I got for you. Sending you so much love. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you aren't already. I'm super excited that you're here. Yeah, so I hope this served you today. So much love and light. I will see you guys very soon.